Hello my loyal fans and anyone who came to this video for the link of a friend or other means. It is on this day, September 21st, 2015, the UN's International Day of Peace, that my appeal to YouTube received its decision. My channel, which has 784 videos, as well as 150 subs, has had its fate decided. YouTube's decision was to uphold their strike of my channel. So now that they have decided to do so, I have decided to reveal the reason for my banning and appeal perhaps to a higher power. You see, I was banned for deciding not to mislead my audience. I'll let that sink in for a moment. Under YouTube's guidelines, which you will see here, I am not allowed to do a number of things. My video was removed for the section under spam, the easiest to remove a video under. The video in question was removed due to its title, which they accused was a misleading way to get traffic toward the video. The video in question's name is on screen, but for convenience sake, I will read it aloud. Not a real Let's Play Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, you might right off the bat be saying, well, Zelkrin, that's scam. No, actually you will find it is not. As I shall show you right here before your very eyes, the biggest YouTuber in the world, bigger than even the YouTube channel itself, will simply put the title of a video, but not say what's in it. Clickbaiting someone who's expecting one thing to end up with Honey Pop or something completely irrelevant, as you see here. My video, the one that received the strike, was a video at the time explaining why there would be no Star Wars The Old Republic, and the title was used in a joking way. By putting not a real Let's Play at the beginning of the title, however, people knew exactly what they were getting into. What essentially happened was a competitor, a very butthurt, angry, pathetic, and disgusting individual mad at the world for his or her misfortune, decided to attack the video, despite not violating anything on YouTube's policies. And despite that, YouTube decided to allow said person's false flag to stand. Now I'll say that originally YouTube banned my entire channel, so I am beyond grateful that they brought it back. However, as a fan of YouTube systems and Google as a company going as far to defend some of its systems despite how broken they are, I can now officially promise that any and all support for their nonsense is gone. As of this moment, I have half respect for their entire entity as a whole. Now, this video is not meant to mislead you or to make you feel as if you need to leave YouTube, which, by the way, under YouTube's policies is not allowed. The purpose of this video is to inform the upstarting creator who wishes to create videos understand the true risks of this service. In order to do that, however, let me read you a list of names for just a second that I have written down on a piece of paper here. Serious Sam, The Binding of Isaac, Killing Floor Custom Maps and Stories, Ungreenlight Steam Ungreenlight Steam Games, and many more that I still have to do some research on. Now, due to the nature of this video, you might have heard the name of something you greatly liked on this channel and have gotten very scared. Well, your fear is warranted. As of this video, those series are effectively on hiatus until the community strike expires in a period of 6 months. Under this strike, however, I can only upload exactly videos that are under the span of 15 minutes. The reason the above series have been listed is that they were all series that could not work in my traditional format and instead had entire videos dedicated to them. For example, Binding of Isaac videos would be, in some cases, an entire hour long, but at the end, I would die. Well, let me ask you something as fans. Would you want me to post one video a day, a run split into 15 minutes each, and then just to learn I die at the end of it? I'm going to assume no. I do not believe you would, and I do not want to partake in such disgusting practices. At that point, I would be using you as cash cows to generate ad revenue and essentially doing exactly what YouTube claimed it was trying to stop. I'll never do that to you. I value each and every one of you people far too much. So there you have it, folks. The series mentioned are canceled, and this channel can only sustain 15-minute videos, meaning that if someone is right in the middle of talking in a Let's Play, I'll have to cut them off. Or if someone is being killed and it's this emotional scene, the video will end in the middle, ruining the immersion. That is the fate of this channel now. For 6 months, or possibly even longer if YouTube decides to attack me further with this nonsense. But as if all this wasn't bad enough, wait, there's more! As of the returning of my channel, all my videos' stats have been wiped. While they returned the total views to me, under search results on Google, my most popular videos are still impossible to find. My famous aversion videos, for example, which had almost 29k views, is somehow trumped by a video with 18 views under my most popular uploads. That means that on top of anything, now the channel's growth will be stunted, and anything and everything you enjoyed in the past will be impossible to find without scrolling and searching for ages on the channel directly. Now you may be thinking, Zelgrin, they will fix that for you, when the simple answer really is, no, they won't. There's been a week for me just to receive this decision about my appeal. And now that they finally have given it to me, and as of me putting this video up, a week after this mess occurred, my stats haven't been returned. So now let's go back to PewDiePie for just a second. Misleading his audience with clickbait videos, making millions of dollars, which has been revealed, and many times not even doing gaming content anymore, yet still having the most viewed gaming videos in almost every case, and being hailed as the world's most popular gaming channel. That channel is still going strong on YouTube. You see, people like me and many others bought into the idea that perhaps this really was a new, revolutionary age in the world in which independence could be truly achieved in a number of ways, including YouTube. And while that may still hold true to a major degree on sites such as Twitch, it is no longer, and perhaps simply never was, the case on YouTube. YouTube, on an analytical level, is still no better than the damn backwater, shady, money lovers who we all know and love in the gaming industry who want nothing more from you than your view. And, of course, to make some damn money. The only way my channel will be able to survive is through videos like this, exposing the total and utter lunacy that content creators have to deal with on a daily basis without a partnership such as Machinima or Polaris. Since in my appeal I was not allowed, literally, to write a good response, I will say my statement is valid. Instead, I was given the character spacing limit of a text message. So now instead of a stupid, unintelligent SMS garble, I instead will be using this video as an appeal, which I may indeed do, as in copyright cases people like Total Biscuit have done in the past to the praise of millions. If YouTube wishes to ban me for this video, then again, there's another example of deceptive practices. Understand this, however. I do not hate people like PewDiePie or PewDiePie himself. I watch his videos every now and again when I have free time and personally feel as though, as a person, he is great. What I am calling for is not a system in which PewDiePie gets banned. What I am calling for is a system in which the dream many of us have craved for may become a reality. A system in which fair and equal is presented upon channels of all types. If I am not allowed to do something, then PewDiePie should not be allowed to do something. Or if PewDiePie is allowed to do something, so should I. It's as simple as that, really. A fair and equal system would result in a happy relationship between the three most important parties in this matter. The fans, the unequivocal most important, the content creator, like myself, and YouTube. Speaking to YouTube directly now, understand this one simple fact. For every YouTuber you decide to allow false community guidelines strikes on, you very well could drive them off. More than that, however, you piss off that YouTuber's fans. Because of this false strike that you have upheld, you have made it so that my fans are no longer able to view content that they enjoyed, and thus so have made two groups of those three angry with this decision. With YouTube being on a massive decline and the ad market decreasing, tell me, is this really what you want? Above strike, however, when you suspended my account, had you not removed that ban, imagine what could have happened. For every legitimate YouTube profile you strike down, that has truly done nothing wrong. We need to put some emphasis on that. You could be striking down the next Jim Sterling, the next Total Biscuit, the next Markiplier, hell, even the next PewDiePie. And the sad reality is that hurts you far more than it hurts us. You can kill YouTubers all you want. It's your service. But every time you do, you remove a section of fans that many times only used your service due to the fact they liked a specific YouTuber. Even smaller channels, like myself, can fill niches that you may not even know exist, which, judging by my 150 subscribers, would point to that being the case. Don't try and act bold and say that without YouTubers, your service would even exist. That is not the case in any way. Without YouTube, we have other options. We have Twitch, Dailymotion, plenty of other services, including ones we can make up ourselves. Without us and our audience as YouTube, you are nothing. But above all else, you send another powerful message. One that takes time to kick in for people, but eventually will. You send a message that this great world that exists only for the current and not for the new. It seems as though in most cases, when smaller YouTubers get bigger, they eventually run into one of these false strikes, and it results in their channels being terminated. And since networks do not exist for most of us, it is impossible to fight against your almighty wrath. However, what made your site popular in the first place was the idea that a small person like myself could have fans, friends, and so much more. So if that really isn't the case, if we continue to promote your service as a free world in which we can post what we want, so long as it's legal, then you yourself, YouTube, are breaking your own guidelines. You are being commercially deceptive yourselves and scamming people. If you want to claim me to be a breaker of rules, so to speak, then I shall expose the truth. If you refuse to allow me to disclose information to my audience, then you are breaking U.S. law, which is where you are housed, by the way. Under FTC guidelines, you are required to disclose information about things such as sponsorships, and as well as information that could potentially confuse a consumer. That means I was required to ensure that I put not a real Let's Play in my video, meaning that by removing it, you send a message that despite this disclosure, you did not want that kind of content on YouTube. If you do that, then you need to enforce it on everyone. And I do indeed mean everyone. Equality can be a bitch, but it's the truth. All of PewDiePie's sponsored videos must be removed, as well as any form of clickbaiting that fooled a consumer, such as the famous boobs in the thumbnail tactic, which has become so famous and prevalent on the internet. If this is not done, I will indeed be filing a complaint to the FTC myself. Do not think I will go through with it. Now, as you said to me, YouTube, we appreciate your understanding, end quote. Sincerely, with love, from me to you, Zelkrin. I would ask you all my humble viewers, to please share this video to as many people as possible in any way you can, as well as perhaps make copies in case this video is taken down. The message must live, even if I do not. Despite its flaws, YouTube is a great place, and I'll be continuing to make content here for as long as I am able. However, people need to become aware that it isn't just YouTube's copyright systems that are broken, it's its own community guidelines itself and its employees who enforce them. It is my hope that if enough awareness is spread, people who have truly done nothing wrong will be allowed to return to their channels or even get false strikes removed from them. So thank you for listening to my rant, guys. This has been Zelkrin, and I hope you understand now why many series some of you may have loved are now gone, as well as why our community is no longer growing at the rate it once was. Goodbye, guys.